Okay, good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Today is Monday, and today, what day is it? It is the June 22nd. How great is that? I want to say thank you so much for being here today. This last week, things are taking off very, very quickly here. Very, very nice. 1 second, let's go ahead and mute everyone out here for a second here. I guess I can just go like that. Oh, wonderful. Okay, perfect. Okay, so a lot is happening. Here it is being a Monday and looking back over this last week, like what is taking place, like where we are with the company and things. And obviously we're still, we'll address this first of all, that we're still obviously going through some growing pains of things. And, shipments are taking 3 to 4 weeks. I'll get this stuff out of the way real quick. Also, a lot of people are having customer support issues. That's nothing new right now. I can't wait till those issues are all ironed out. But I want to say thank you, first of all, for being here this morning. Thank you very, very, very much for being here this morning, day after Father's Day. Absolutely wonderful. I hope that some of your fathers are actually using the Healy device and getting those good frequencies for their own health, because in the last 24, 48 hours, you always come across those people that have like Alzheimer's and the dementias and stuff like this, going through some hard times. A lot of people, depressions, anxiety issues out there. And again, we're not saying that Healy fixes everything, but it has a really good effect on people. So there's a few things I want to cover on this call this morning. And first of all, I want to really share with you how we're building a business where basically your home becomes, this is so amazing, because I'm getting ready to move into a 6,000 square foot home right now. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing this, good morning. Is that Bernice? Hey. Oh, Diana. Hello, Diana. Good morning. Thanks for, okay. The reason why I'm moving into a new home here is because I have outgrown my britches over here at this one. Okay. My neighbors, they don't seem to be pissed off, but they may be pissed off a little bit because I have so many people coming in my house. But I want to share with you how to make your home, as you're building this business, what you'll notice is I open up my house 2 days, 3 days a week to where people can just come into my home. So think about your home kind of like a home-based like company, basically. And you open up your home and say, hey, I'm going to be open from 10 o'clock in the morning till we can have wine at night if you want to. We can go all day long if the vibe is right, right? And how I set that vibe in my home to make it really warm is I got lots of plants in my house. I have lots of custom lighting. I have all this crazy cool lighting that's on Wi-Fi, so I can change the colors up through my home all the time. Not asking you guys to use this $60 light bulb, but and also I have good music, good frequency music playing through my home. So it's no surprise, got good surround sound acoustics through my home. So I'm always playing that good music. So these are things that you can do to kind of create your own little home, just good vibe place where atmosphere where people want to be in there. Lots of good water, of course, also too. But I'm going to show you guys a video here. Thank you, Vlada, for joining us today. I'm going to share with you guys a video here that I did. Hello, Vlada. It give you, I was kind of go through little snippets of it to show you people at my house just the other day here. And I probably have, like, when I open up my home to the masses to come in, well, it's not the masses yet, but we are going to start scaling this up and scaling this up. I want to see your guys' income scale up to where, you guys throwing down, you may start off in a small condo apartment. I did that once when I was, now I'm in a 2,300 square foot thing, but now I'm going up to, 5,000, 6,000 square foot home to have that kind of thing. But as we increase your income, there's no better way to put that money, put those funds to work in a way that is benefiting people and having like a community come together, because we've been all so fragmented in our 9-to-5 GOBs. But Healy gives us the opportunity to reunite, and just think of your home as this because frequency, brings us all together. That's what it's all about. And your home will quickly become, it's almost like a little tribe. Someone said that my place is like a concubine or something like this. Well, they said that, Ryan, what are you striving for, a concubine? I know the definition of a concubine, but I'm just saying that it can become something, from what I understand, a home where, it's kind of like a tribe thing. You have the intention of people coming to your house to have success and to receive the benefits of frequency. And so I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share, guys. Just kind of go through a few little clips here real quick. 1 second, please. Appreciate you all. I'm going to go into the screen share, and I'm going to show you guys this YouTube video I have here. And if we're not connected on YouTube, you guys can see that okay? We're good? Yeah? Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go into this here. And so this is outside my home right here.
A day in the life of my home is like, because we have frequency stuff of Healy and how.
Let's show you little snippets here.
Just think, so what do you want to say about Healy real quick before we show them what's going on inside? You haven't even been inside yet.
Try it, experience it, and have
you didn't got yours yet. Oh, you got yours, cool. So you guys, you can see here, we got some, I want to show you a little tour of my place right here. I'm moving into a much bigger place, so bear with me.
Okay.
$1 million place ain't enough. We got to go bigger, the funky.
So here you go, guys. You come in the house.
How viral frequency supplementation is.
So this is my home office downstairs real quick.
So first of all, okay, you guys, hello, say hello. Okay, we got Austin Regis here.
I'll watch this for a second.
We got, go ahead, say you guys' names.
Hey, my name is Prince, and you can call me Daniel. Nice to meet you guys. How you guys doing?
Okay, these guys are local rap talent here, and go ahead. Mickey, Mickey, you want to throw it on a rap? So tell them what you guys know. We'll get to that in a second.
Watch this one second.
What it's been like, how you guys came across the frequency stuff, and what's going on with all this.
Okay, so me personally, like I've already been into like frequencies and vibrations for a long time now, and just me just watching videos on YouTube, I just stumbled across his video just randomly. So as I'm just.
All right, so you guys, here's just an example. I've got a office that I'm sitting in right here. I'm at that desk right there. It looks like we got someone trying to get in. Let me let this person in here. Okay, but as your business starts growing bigger, here I am. I've got 3 computers in this office. I'm training people, these youngsters, how to actually market online, and I'm showing them how to drive traffic on YouTube. Which, if you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll see my other videos where I share with you guys also how to upload videos on YouTube. And that's how I've had success with 200 people directly have joined my Healy organization. Not to brag, I want to give you guys the weekly stats of what's going on. I probably have 150 people join my team every single day now in Healy, and I have about 11,000 people on my team. It's kind of crazy looking back, again, not to brag, but when I did these videos, like a few weeks ago when I was taking out that Porsche for a new spin, I was like, hey, 8,000 people have joined my team. And then like a week later, I'm like, hey, oh my gosh, there's 10,000 people on my team. I'm bragging for Healy right here. Okay, I'm bragging about the vehicle that is actually going to take us to the promised land, everyone, for our calling in the 2020 vision here, to where you guys are going to have such a massive effect. And when I joined Healy and I knew what we had, I said, you know what? My life goal is to bring the positive frequencies and the love frequencies to the world more than anyone else in the history of the world. That was my goal right there, okay? And you guys, you're welcome to have that same goal. I want to see you bring it to more people than even I, okay? So, really meditate on that. You have the ability to make history right now and bring these frequencies to the world unlike anyone. Bring it to the world more than Nikola Tesla. Bring it to the world more than Albert Einstein. Bring it to the world more than Rife, with this business model of network marketing with us in 45 plus countries right now. Okay, so you guys see this right here. This is beautiful. So this is this part. Now I'm going to skip out here. I want to focus on this one thing at touching base. I'm actually starting a youth movement right now to where I'm helping kids 18 years old, because they're coming out of high school, they're coming out of college after they drop a whole bunch of money in college, this and that, and then reality sets in where they have to find their JOBs, right? So now they're going to have to go actually find something to do to make a living, I don't like to use that word, make a living, for work. And, and then that's just like coming out of high school and just submitting an application right there. They've gone through all this whole entire thing. Now it's time for them to find something. Well, we have the answer for them, and how cool and cutting edge it is to give them the ability to be part of this whole thing. Because I remember when I got out of college, I was interested in going into pharmaceutical sales. Even though I don't like, I'm not a fan of big pharma, right? Because I knew there was money there, and I knew it was a profession, and, supposedly reputable companies involved, right? So, I was like, that's what I want to do, make $200,000 a year, this and that. But I love this quote in life is, if not this, then what? Okay, that's how I live my life. If not this, then what? And, so I came down to, I said, number one, if it's not residual income, I don't want it. And number two, if it limits me anywhere in the world, I don't want it either. Okay, so now we have the opportunity to share these young kids something cooler than they've ever seen in their lives. You guys agree? That's a pretty good opportunity, right? Right? It's like, okay, right? So so I encourage you all, if you want to plug into like a youth movement thing and work with me, I'm going to give you guys a few invitations here, how we're going to grow our business here. One is getting the youth involved in this, and we're going to start like a youth thing. We could even start a whole separate Facebook group if you all would like to help me lead this. If you feel drawn to start this maybe this resonates with you, where we can start a frequency youth thing and help. It'll be specifically for the youth, and so it'll be nothing but the young kids and a few of us mentors in there. We can kind of oversee, but let them engage and start growing their business, because these kids are jacked up right here. These kids, if I hit the play button, which I will for one more sec.
In the comments, I just see the area code for the number, and it was like 206-853. So I texted him. I shoot him a text, and out of nowhere, here I am right now.
What do you think about frequencies, though?
Frequencies, I feel like it's definitely something that's going to benefit or change the world in the future, or near the future for sure.
You guys have tried the technology. What does it feel like?
It's like a weight on my chest was just lifted, like any type of negative feeling or type of way that I was just, you know.
So there, you guys are working. I taught you how to do some. You're doing some advertising on YouTube. Yeah. I taught you guys how to do some YouTube with the pain.
Okay. My phone kind of jumped around. I don't know why the Facebook Live jumped around. That's too bad, because there's some great stuff in there. So then I come upstairs to my place. I'm talking to this guy. This guy's a king and water rep, so he's always at my place doing his thing with, you know. But he's getting all of his Kangan people, his Enagic people in the frequency, and they're just loving that, fueling that fire with that. So, you know, I talked to him. And I come through here, 1 second, please. And then I come in here and I talk to this guy for a little bit.
So you see, Michael is rocking the spleen pancreas program right now, 1.7 hertz. Michael, what can you tell us about your experience so far with the Healy? You just got yours in the mail, right?
Right. So I've had one.
Okay. Just getting started with it. And what are your thoughts on this stuff?
Well, I've always believed in frequency healing, and
we don't say healing. Yeah.
Frequency.
Supplementation.
Okay.
Compliance. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it works out well. It's something I've been looking for a long time.
Yeah. And so this is a hidden technology you're talking about it?
Yeah. The technology's been around for 12,000 years.
Yeah, I heard you say that you believe that the pyramids were made with frequency to lift those potentially.
Yes, but they have a particular granite that they use. They have its own internal frequency, and they would use people and use sound to help them heal themselves.
Yes, there you go. So that's Greg over here. Greg is.
So here's another step. Now I got a dude on the couch getting treated. I got this guy treating at my table. Applying it at the table right there. I got guys downstairs training. I got people outside my door coming in. There's like 10 people at my house. So again, for those who are just catching up here, we're talking about, as your business builds, think about your home as a home office. And welcoming people. Maybe you have like mine. I got my kids. They're upstairs right now. It's time for Father's Day. I've got them like 3 days a week. But then I open up my house the rest of the week. For people that want to come in and build their business from my house. But then there's like 2-3 days that I open, two days plus, and it's like, hey, bring an appetizer, bring a food, bring a bottle of wine, bring whatever you want to contribute. And we have like a fun community here of amazing people, and there's no presentation taking place. Everyone's just mixing and mingling and doing their thing. You'd be surprised how fast this really comes together, especially when you got a whole bunch of devices in the room, right?
Laying down on a PMF mat, actually doing.
So I have a PMF mat. This dude's laying down on the PMF mat, getting the treatment, but Healy at the same time.
A session. Greg, are you okay with me videotaping you? Okay, Greg, this is Greg's first.
You can hear the nice ambient music in the background, okay?
Session right here. Greg came over here with our friend Greg. From where are you from? Auburn area. And Greg, what are you experiencing right now?
Well, my palms, I guess, are twitching a little bit.
So it's
alternating, right hand, left hand.
Is this the pancreas program right here running on your device?
That's fine, listen.
You're running regeneration.
I'm running it on my phone. So I'm videotaping this right here. I'm running the regeneration program. This is my anti-aging one. So I look 10 years younger all of a sudden. Just kidding. Greg is gonna get younger before our eyes. Yeah. So you're feeling it. Oh, excuse me. We're disconnected, so we'll reconnect that right there on the strap right there.
So I'm trading him while I'm doing this Facebook Live, multitasking like this, and I'm downstairs running all around. He's getting treated. You see this right here, right? So this is really cool. Let me see what else I have going on here. And Jacinta, this girl comes all the way from Portland, Oregon to meet with me. This is really interesting. It's something you guys know. Raise your hand if you've heard of Amen Clinic before. You probably heard of it because of me, maybe. They have more brain scans than anyone in the world, okay? Jacinta comes over here.
Well, she's her and I have actually been scanned at the Amen Clinic before, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So Ryan and I indirectly met because we're both patients at the Amen Clinic here in town. And I was in a car accident and sustained a head injury. And through the chain of events, I ended up meeting Ryan and hearing about the Healy. and seeing his brain scans. And so I talked to my Amen doctor, and I was like, I want to try the Healy for my brain injury. And the doctor said, well, I don't understand how it works. You probably understand better than I do, because I'm going to planning to school for quantum medicine.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I probably do. And he said, but it does work, so I'll prescribe it for you.
So the Amen Clinic actually prescribed this device. Jacinta was the first one ever for the Amen Clinic to prescribe the device, and she's got documentation to prove that too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool right there.
How cool is that, you guys? So you can tell people that the largest brain, this is proven, these guys have 8 facilities worldwide right now. You can check out amenclinics.com. If you write that down, you can scope them out. What they do is they scan the brain, and they can tell you, that's amenclinics.com. Dr. Daniel Amen. Research him on TED Talks, all kinds of things. He's absolutely brilliant. I've met him before. We got a clinic up here in Bellevue, Washington right here. And there's a lot down in California and stuff, in Florida, Texas, I believe, Dallas and everything. But they collect these brain scans. They're like, oh, this region's not working, so frontal temporal lobe dementia. This one's not working, so properly there's schizophrenia. I don't know if you guys saw this, but recently they said that there's an article that just came out, study, I forgot who did the research, but they're saying that schizophrenia, think about this, is when the brain waves are not in sync, is what they're saying is one of the causes of schizophrenia. So just imagine that you potentially using frequency in the studies that could come later on, where they're actually synchronized. Look how many people suffer from schizophrenia. I live in Seattle, okay? You go down, and these poor people, mental illness is such a horrible thing. It's such a, I've been there, okay? I've suffered from the depressions, the anxieties, these other conditions, and it's not fun. There's such a stigma attached to this, where people think you're on drugs or something like this, and it's not the case. Your brain's just not working right. And, just imagine what is possible with future studies and stuff. Again, I'm not saying Healy fixes anything, but here we have proof that the largest brain scan clinic in the world has actually prescribed for the first time to this woman right here, the Healy, actually, and her insurance covered it, by the way, somehow. Okay, so I'll put Jacinta's phone. We'll get some information how you guys could potentially do that. But she did it through her car accident thing. They actually covered it. That's the first time I heard insurance has covered the Healy. How cool is that?
So you guys, frequency is in everything. Everything is frequency. It's, all we are is like subatomic particles with frequency running between that right there. And everyone needs frequency. So we could have, we're still getting a whole bunch of devices. Thanks, Jacinta. So we have people come over all day long. Roger is, where's Roger? Let me find Roger for a second. Okay, he's downstairs. So I'm gonna show you Ethereum guy.
Where's
the
it?
McAfee's. So that was the point of this video, to show you what we're doing is a big trend for you to partake in. It has massive, massive potential, and you guys can supercharge yourself, which is really a good feeling.
Okay, there's that. So let me go ahead and stop screen share 1 second here. Okay, where's this at? I'm trying to do my stop screen share. Sorry.
All right, guys, have a good one.
No. How do I do this? Stop screen share here. Why is it not letting me? Okay, how do I do this? I'm sorry. Stop screen share. Boom. Okay, there we go. So there's that. All right, so that's what we talked about. Let me see what else I have on the notes for you guys. So the point of this video, as we're doing this right now, is to share with you again how to start with your home-based business, how to open up your home. Maybe you start doing 1 day a week, you start working with your teams. Maybe you love that stuff so much, like I do, that you open up for a second, because no business in the world basically is just open 1 day a week, the storefront, right? They're gonna open a few times, especially when you guys want to go ahead and get to making 6 figures in Healy. If you want to make 7 figures in Healy in the next 2 years or year and a half, I mean, I know people are making $4 million to $400,000 a month already in Healy. They're my buddies. I'm not going to disclose the name. He's not on my team, obviously, or I'd be rich. He is making he went from $250,000 last month up to $400,000 a month, right there. Okay, that shows the growth that we're experiencing here. Okay, I just got my first Healy check. My first Healy check's coming in right now, and I see all you guys. Thank you for working as hard as you are and just getting the word out there about this, and just work on your mindset mentality and understand that everyone needs our technology. I don't like to use the word need, but in this case, it's the only time I'll say people need our technology. It's plain and simple right now, and it's a race. And every dud knows a stud. That's an old saying, MLM saying from someone. Forgot who it was. That just means that you may not know some big leaders out there like the doctors, this and that, but you may know someone that does. And so your opportunity, you may only be making a few $100 or $1,000 or something in Healy right now, but you never know who that next person you bring into your business that brings that stud that brings the dud that brings the stud into your business right there, right? So I'm not saying you guys are all studs on this call today, by the way, all right? Or studettes. Okay, so what else? Another thing I want to work on, and something that's exciting, this is next bullet point here, is I want to work on a physical fitness aspect of working with Healy. So I'll share with you my workout regimen, what I'm doing right here, and anyone can do what I do. I'm not big into putting 30 minutes, an hour going into the gym. That's not my style, okay? Let me give you an example. Here, okay? So this is, this here, right here, it's this simple. I've got a rubber band thing right here, okay? This thing was $500, believe it or not. It has some other rubber bands. I know that seems like a lot. And so this is just an example. What I'll do, I'm not gonna do a workout for you guys. I want to give you just one example here, okay? So if I put this around my, it's really cool because you can have other rubber bands, and all you do is you just go ahead and put the thing right there, right? And you can go ahead and switch it out for different rubber bands. But where I'm going with this is with the Healy. I'm just gonna disconnect my Healy for a second. I encourage you to just, when you wake up in the morning, for example, do one set of an exercise. It doesn't matter which one, like here's bench press. And I don't care if you're using dumbbells, if you're using a kettlebell, you're using rubber bands like this. But what you do is put that thing on strength on your Healy and just go to failure. One set, just to failure, just do as many as you can, right? So maybe I do like 35 of these or whatever, right? And this exercise, bench press, feels so good, I don't want to stop. Okay. But once you do that, do it to failure, and then drink your good water, rock your frequency thing. And that took you what? It took you a minute right there. Just keep going, running around your business. And then later on, maybe you do just one set every hour of different exercise. Maybe the next hour, maybe you set an alarm on your phone, for example, every hour to remind you, hey, go do a set of push-ups to failure. Okay? But using the frequencies of strength, the frequencies of muscle, okay? Using that also. I'm seeing really good results with this. And I'm probably and then what I do is I just go for like a 1.25 mile walk every day, because we need to get out of the house and get into nature, right? And get some sunshine and all that stuff. So there's an app that I'm using, just a heads up on this, and I'll put this in the link on the thing. It's called Pacer, okay? Pacer is the workout app I'm using, okay? And I invite you all to do this because I'm just getting this ball started right here. But this is something I want to see Healy. I've got a call with the NFL at 11 o'clock this morning today, okay? One of the top people in the entire NFL I have a call with, who's blown away by Healy. That's very, very exciting about that. I just got that text message a few minutes ago. One second. Holy moly. There you go. There it is. Right there. NFL, right here at 11 o'clock this morning here for Healy. Okay. This is huge, guys, because CTE, brain issues, these people, it all comes down to inflammation and stuff. And so if we can lower the inflammation of the body, imagine what's possible here. So, but, bringing Healy in for the exercising is humongous as well. I can't wait for this call. NFL at 11 o'clock this morning here, okay? Every single player should be using Healy. I mean, yes, there's other mats out there, Beamers and these other things out there, but as far as I'm concerned, Healy is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life that has ever reduced inflammation, plain and simple. I feel like $1 million every single day. People tell me that they can feel my frequency all around the world, and it's crazy. But I rock my Healy 6 hours a day, probably, just a heads up. I ain't one of these guys that are doing 2 or 3 programs. I'm doing a crap ton of them, okay? Now, when you're back to the working out, download the app Pacer, okay? It's right here, guys. You can see it's right on my, oh, I love this. I guess the Healy plays music when you're done. But okay, so right next to my dating app, there's a Pacer right there, okay? This little thing right here. By a good dating app is Hinge, by the way, if you're looking for one. But Pacer, P-A-C-E-R, okay? And when you're a Pacer, this is really cool because every day I just hold myself accountable, and I go for a 1.25 mile walk or a 1.5 mile walk, and I take pictures along the way. And check this out. It's got a whole social media feature in it. So as you're building a following on there, what I do is I take pictures along the way of pretty flowers and stuff. I put it in there. But then I put my Healy frequency. I take a screenshot on my phone, okay? And I put that also. It gives me the ability to it gives me the ability to save my pictures from that walk in there. And so I'm embedding, as people are looking over my walks and stuff, they're actually seeing in my Pacer app those frequency things of me, maybe circulation or endurance or whatever the heck I'm rocking, you know, and stuff on that. And I'm putting other pictures of Healy also in that. So this is just another way to build a following using social media. Pacer is the name of it. I'm going to upload this video onto my YouTube channel. You all guys make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to get way better at doing these. I'm always committed to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday with you all. We'll pick a day for Wednesday, just a heads up, for our next call, which is going to be the 24th. And we are going to do that again in the morning. I like to do it in the morning because this one I'm all jacked up. 9 o'clock in the morning right there. We'll do it 9 o'clock in the morning also on Wednesday. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me see. So I invite you. We're just getting us started for the exercise thing. Maybe we'll even start a frequency exercise group. So we'll have a youth group, which will be fun for you all to help these youth because they really need it right now. We'll have a frequency health thing also, exercise thing for you all to be accountable. And then we can all even follow each other on this app also, this Pacer app. I know there's a lot of exercise apps out there. I just like this one. It's really, I've tried all of them from Under Armour to Nike to all these other things. I just really like this one. I really invented a lot of them. So you can do whatever you want, but if you want to do what I'm doing, let's do it together. Okay. So Pacer, P-A-C-E-R. Okay. So I'll put all these links for this stuff in this YouTube description for this video. If I have not spoken to you all before, I'd love to connect with you and have you come on to, please text me. I'm going to give you my phone number right now. If you could write this down, and if we haven't spoken before, and send me a text with your full name, your email address, and also your username and who your sponsor is, so I can keep this in my notes and honor the relationships and be able to help you guys there. Okay, got like 11,000 people on this phone right here. Okay, so go ahead, and my cell phone, just a heads up real quick. I'll put this in the chat box. Then I'm going to open up to you guys for a minute to ask some questions here and stuff. My phone number is 206-396-9778. Okay, it's in the chat box right there. And my email is info@superhumanry.com. Okay, info@superhumanry.com. You all can catch me there. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and unmute it, guys. Enjoy some coffee and listen to you all talk for a minute. Ask any questions or give me some feedback on what you think about these different things here. But again, I want to help you guys open up your home to turn this into like a legitimate fun business and bring the masses together, because that's what frequency does in our life, is it ties us all together right here. Okay? Frequency sees no color, no sex, or anything like this. All of us are connected. Right, Diana? All right, awesome. So let's go ahead and open it up. Feel free to unmute. Any kind of feedback about this call, ladies? Excuse me, no guys on this call.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Vernice.
I think you're doing an excellent job, and I think it's really impressive how you're helping the young people, and this is a very good opportunity to do so, and as well present an opportunity for them to start learning how to be their own entrepreneur, you know? So that's awesome.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Thank you for the feedback, Bernice. And you're doing a stellar job just blowing it out of the water up here. Bernice is up in Washington State. Everyone, she's crushing it. Bernice said you've had some of your team members have come into my house, right?
One was supposed to come this Saturday.
Yeah.
But she wasn't able to, or this past Saturday, her family life interfered, but she's planning to come back up or come up at a future time.
Am I helping you with some good phone calls though?
Oh, yes. You've made a difference in those phone calls. Ryan has been able to change people from wondering whether or not they should get in it, you know, not necessarily understanding everything, but he can change them from questioning to want to share. They move right along. So I really appreciate that, Ryan, and you're a very good example for us to follow.
Yeah, I just give them a kick in the ass and boom, they're sold. It's just like that. It's that easy. Just kick them in the ass.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Vernice. Appreciate it. Thank you. You moved yet, Vernice? Or are you still over here in Issaquah?
No, I'm in Richland, but I'm moving back up there when my house sells. I haven't gotten it on the market yet.
Gotcha. Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you, Vernice. We'll probably speak later on today, hopefully. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Next. Vlada. Say something. Any kind of feedback you got for this? Just what do you think about things? Just each one of you, go for it. I'm not letting you off until you say something.
This is really awesome. I'm enjoying it. I just don't have my Healy yet. I mean, my frequency therapy device yet. So I'm waiting on it.
I don't think we can say therapy, so I don't say therapy.
Can't say that either.
So that's why I like doing these calls, because I like to help clients and stuff. Like, we say treat. I call it frequency supplementation sometimes is a way to go about talking about it too, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like that. Okay. Learn something new.
There you go. Yeah, it'll be here very shortly. Once you do, I know it's amazing. I even have people say that they just feel their lives are changing. It's like they can feel the frequencies coming into their lives even without even owning the device. Like you can feel it through our voices and everything like this. All the messages is amazing. So I've been doing some distance work. I've had some distance experiences recently. Helping people distantly, remotely. And that I didn't know this stuff was possible. But one thing I'll say on that is I practice every day to drop ego, believe it or not. Okay. All right. And this has been an amazing process that I do meditation and drop ego all the time. And when you do that, you become a conductor of energy. It's very there's no abrasion, okay, or there's less and less as you get better and better at that. And you can pass these vibes on to people. And I've seen some crazy stuff. I've even been able to almost, as crazy as it sounds, tap into what people are thinking, be on a date with a woman and be like, hey, were you just thinking about pasta 5 minutes ago? And she's like, and it crossed my mind so strong because we were on the same frequency wavelength. Seen some crazy things. It's nuts. So, yeah.
Ryan?
Huh?
Do you wear your device during dates?
Yeah, or make sure she is or something.
Okay.
But it's interesting, because I even build my business on dating apps. I like to surround myself with beautiful women all the time and stuff. So I've got 2 daughters, so I like being around the feminine energy. And as I'm building this, I'm giving these women an experience that they've never experienced before. It ain't us just going out to pizza or a movie, right? They're experiencing. The last girl I had this week, she's like, my gosh, she's like, this is she's religious, she's like, this is God, this, she's like, this is God, is what she said. And I was like, well, everything is frequency, right? So it's very interesting. So interesting.
Well, Ryan, when you have people, this is Vernice again, when you have people come into your home, do you just have them make an appointment, or you're having members invite them over?
I am actually having them. I just tell them to text me when they're a few minutes, 15 minutes out, so I know that they're coming in, hanging out, and coming over and stuff, so I can get a head count. Again, my next place, I'll be able to have a ton more people, because it's going to be a lot bigger. I want to set it up kind of as a resort style, where you got a whole bunch of lounge chairs and stuff. And one place I'm looking at is really, really nice. Got a beautiful fire pit surrounded by palm trees, and that's rare in Washington, overlooking the water and stuff. So, I just, it's 15 plus people over here typically type situation. There's more that weren't in that video that were over here. I just tell them to bring their people over. People come and go as they please. They get their information, they feel it, they experience it. Now we're getting a lot more devices coming in, so they get to really have a great experience with it.
Are you handing out any brochures or some kind of flyer or anything when they leave?
Nope. I have some laminated things on hand. I've got I have one image. It's this one right here. I can send this image over to you. If you text me, I'll send this over. It has all the programs listed. I would recommend blowing this thing up. I have it about on, I don't know, it's like yay, yay big kind of type thing. And it's a listing of all the, like a menu. I said, oh yeah, look at this menu. These are all the programs right here. And it's, let me show you something real fast. It's just this, whoa, shoot, what did I just do? I just did something. Okay, one second. Technology. This right here, favorites. Here it is. I want to give this image to you. Make sure you'll have this, because this is the only one you really, I'd recommend laminating for your business, for your home-based business opportunity meetings, fun things. Is this one right here? Perfect. So it has a list of all the different programs, and my friend that made this actually color coded. So you see those bubbles on there. Those bubbles actually show what programs people are getting at the different price points that they come into over here. Okay, so I say laminate this baby up. It's still kind of hard to see, especially if people have vision issues, but they're like, dang, there's a whole 150 programs listed right there with a little bit of a description on each of the programs right there. That's what I recommend. Brochures, I mean, do that if you want to, sure. I've been so busy I haven't. I'm very digital instead.
Thank you.
And as long as you lock them into free membership, just make sure you're locking these people into free memberships, at least that they have a piece of real estate in this company, and just keep building underneath them. Don't let them walk out the door until they've at least taken a free membership right there.
Okay, thank you.
For sure. Any other questions? What about you, Sally? I know you had a few.
Well, I have one in particular. I have 4 personally sponsored partners.
Nice.
And they are showing up on my dashboard as customers. I don't understand why that would be.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I haven't even had access to even look in the holding tank. Who are these programmers are? I say they need to go ahead and get these guys' butts into gear for real. Like if I was a CEO, I'd be like, what's going on right here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why this is even not fixed right now. This needs to be fixed immediately. There's so many still glitches in the system that have been persistent for so long that probably could be fixed within 10 minutes of programmers. Honestly, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to me. I don't know how come they haven't got this fixed yet. So I hope Rick Fleshman sees this video for that point right there. So, I don't know. The weakest links, I'm all about eliminating those. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know. Like I have no access to, and these little kinks, I can feel it like in my energy, you know what I'm saying? Like in my stomach when people are going, oh, my Healy's not connecting. Oh, the warranty, my battery's only lasting 2.5 hours. Like I'm not customer service, and neither you get, right? They need to have this stuff going smooth here, because I'm having to supercharge myself even extra just to go ahead and put up with some of the nonsense on customer service issues going on right now. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right? Just stating the obvious. So, I'm sure they're going to get it all fixed out. I'll have more calls with some of these top people and stuff like this. I know they're hiring a lot more people and everything, so it's all a matter of time. Obviously, we're experiencing humongous growth. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I've been in all kinds of companies, from isogenics to all kinds of product-based companies. I've never seen something like this before. Never. And the level of passion, right? Like the energy, how big the mission is. We're not just sitting here, how we make a paycheck, It's like our intention is to help a lot of people. And the money just is going to be booming. So
yes.
Yeah. So any other questions there? What about you, Susie? You have to unmute there, girl. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, you talking up to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to
Sorry.
you.
There you go. So I was just going to say, I've been with several companies that are MLMs over the years, and this company was US based, and they did a complete overhaul with their branding. And when they switched to a new system, there were tons of issues, kind of like what we're experiencing. The difference is that they had the customer service already in place.
Right.
So we all just have to be patient, all right? Because it's a different language coming from a different country. and we're a new country being launched. And they really just had I'm just saying that they just had no idea that it was going to be such a huge supply over, so much demand with supply. So it's just, it'll take a while, but I know the product works, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like if we understand frequency, we understand how the body works, we just have to roll with what's coming out at the moment because it works. So I'm just supporting you.
Tell me, oh, can I try it for a week to see if it works? Like, no, it doesn't work that way. It works.
It works.
Yeah,
it works.
I tell them this: if it just does the two things that it's proven to do, which it does, reducing inflammation by 50%, increasing cellular ATP production by 500%. If it just did only those two things right there. The thing is, from other products out there, you just take a Beamer on the low range of $6,000+ it exceeds that by a long shot right there, plain and simple. So it's like, I only have one Healy, the first Healy ever in the United States right here, everyone, just a heads up, kind of cool. It's like a historical piece here. It's still working great. It broke a clip off. So I like this. Go get yourself one of these like cheap little carabiners. It makes it really easy. Just I'm hooking people up. I just connect that to here or on a necklace. It looks kind of outdoorsy, extreme style.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
So I've literally spent $30,000 on other frequency machines because that's part of my business.
Right.
And this little device has made those machines obsolete.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I've got I had a $20,000 neurofeedback device. I sold it for $6,000. I have a Vi red light thing over there for $1,700 that doesn't do crap compared to this. Selling that on eBay right now for $500, $600. I just got rid of basically everything, Yeah.
This is all you need. And you don't have to spend $30,000 on something when it does. I mean, we have access to 1 million frequencies.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, well, we actually,
and you can wear it. Come on, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah. So there you go.
Good call today. I like to do these calls early in the morning where our minds are fresh and not all. So that's why I want to start having these in the morning, everyone. Do you guys like the time? Is that time kind of working? I mean, it's hard. Everyone, your schedule's all different, but it's all recorded anyway. So I'd rather do it when I'm at my best instead of all worn out for my kids wear my ass out. So.
Hey, Ryan?
Yeah, Bernice.
I don't want to dominate, and so if somebody else wants to say something, they should jump on.
I like woman. Go ahead.
There's a little confusion in regards to the fast start bonus and selling 3 Healys. Does that continue after the fast start bonus that you sell 3 and get an upgrade?
No, it doesn't. It's only the first 30 days. And honestly, I don't even know the rules so much. I didn't even get the fast start bonus. I didn't even start building Healy until 2 months after even using the device because I didn't even join this for the business opportunity. I just did it for my own brain health.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I never saw myself going full time into it. Now I'm, making more than my parents did, at their prime of their careers of working jobs for 20, 30 years or whatever already, so. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you, Susie. Let me see. We're looking at 9:45. Great call. Does anyone have any questions more about the home-based business? Again, please text me if we haven't spoken before. Is there anyone on here that we haven't connected before at all? Bernice, no? Did a lot of you? We're all good? Okay. There was a question here. What do you say to people that say they can't afford it? It's clear how they choose to spend the money that they do have. That's coming from Susie. Susan, is that you? Right there? I think. Okay. Susie? Okay. If someone can't afford it, the first thing is, first of all, I make sure that they go ahead and they always set up a free membership, okay? Because we want to have that FOMO, the fear of missing out thing going on, right? And have them locked into the system. That way, when you're looking through your genealogy later on and you see these people that are inactive, it'll be a good way to remind yourself to get back in touch with them right away there. And also, I explain this to people. This is something that if you go to the doctor, you buy a few supplements and stuff like this, what are you gonna spend? You actually save so much money coming on board. Hi, Claudia. You save so much money being on board. Like my friend was, the amount that you'll say just even going to the doctor for issues potentially associated with inflammation or other things, I'd say in a year, it's a complete wash. I was just thinking, I was like, this is a complete no-brainer. The amount of money that you'd save just on like vitamins and stuff like this, because you're getting your you know, the frequencies of the nutrition is a humongous thing. There's just so much great reasons why. So I think that people who say that they can't afford Healy, you know, I feel bad for those people that we need to help them shift their mentality and understand that this is more health assurance than health insurance type situation. It's so important. And they're going to feel, and probably if they're at a lower vibration, this is why they're not getting the income that they deserve in life to be able to have abundance. So it's even more critical that they actually have this. And also, if they want you to have any kind of success, you know, I don't care if you're working in a 9-to-5 GOB or whatever, it comes down, they're like, people comment, oh, does that mean I have to like sell the device? I'm like, we have to move technology into the masses of the hands, and we do this from the heart. And, you know, a free person having a free spot in here can still earn commissions as well. So if they're ultra broke, then they can go ahead and still earn commissions without even buying a device, right? You know, so yeah, there's no excuse. it's yeah. Any other questions? Let me see. Where is the claim of inflammation by 50%? Increase ATV 500%. I have some stuff on that, Susie, right there. Okay. The videos that I send to people for Healy, there's 2 videos. I'm gonna put these links down below, everyone. The 2 videos that I share this, I want to put in. Go ahead and copy this link in the Facebook. 1 second, please. I'm gonna share these with you. Healy, frequency technology. I'm gonna show you the 2 videos that I share with people. Okay. So the official commercial is this one, copy. So I'm gonna show you guys a screen share of this video also. Here's number 1. 1 second, please. I'm gonna go to screen share and show you these 2 videos real quick, and we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but I'm just gonna show you so you know which ones to show in what order as well. Give me 1 more second, please. 1 more second. You guys have seen that one. And then also the other one that I do use is, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. And I start off with a 2.5-minute one. And then I also have a 4-minute one. 1 second, please. Copy. And I'll go ahead and put this second video right here so you copied this one as well. I have a high definition video of that one I'm actually uploading today, just a heads up if you want. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to come to a screen share real quick for you all, so you can all see this. Give me 1 second, please. Share screen. Right there. Boom. And you can see my screen right now, right? Yes. Okay, so let me show you these 2 videos real quick, y'all, and then we're gonna just kind of wrap things up because we've gone on for a long time. Here's the first one right here. I know you've seen this one. You guys have seen this one. It starts off with the, right? You've seen this? Everyone's seen this? Raise your hand if you haven't seen this one. No? No? Cool. No. Okay, so you've seen this one. You guys all know this one.
Think in terms of anything you do.
Right?
We do energy.
There's that one. You all seen that one. The second video that I show after that, just a heads up that I really like, is this one that has my voice into it. Have you guys seen? Who hasn't seen this one about Steve Jobs? I love this one. I want to play this one for 30 seconds because I love hearing my voice in this one. Excuse me. I just love that they have like coming after Steve Jobs. It's really cool. Probably some of you guys haven't seen
Bill Hewlett when I was 12 years old, and he lived in Palo Alto. His number was still in the phone book. And he answered the phone himself. Yes. Hi, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm 12 years old. I'm a student in high school, and I want to build a frequency counter. And I was wondering if you had any spare parts I could have. And he laughed, and he gave me the spare parts to build this frequency counter, and he gave me a job that summer in Hewlett Packard, working on the assembly line, putting nuts and bolts together on a frequency counter. So he got me a job in the place to cook. And I was in heaven.
I want to show you the device that really is changing all of this right now. This is the world's first artificial intelligence driven, syncs up to your smartphone.
The German-born theoretical fit.
That's pretty cool. I tell people, I'm like, hey, check it out. My voice driver Steve Jobs. 30 seconds into it. So this is the second. Who hasn't seen this video before? A lot of people haven't seen this video, actually. You guys have seen this video? Yeah? Okay. Well, you got the link right now. You can take a look at it. Yeah, I'm going to have a high definition copy of it. It's in my email right now, so I'll get that uploaded. So this is just really cool.
Physicist who developed the theory of relativity once said, "Everything is energy. And that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. Every object on Earth possesses what is called a natural frequency, which depends on its size, shape, composition. 1, 7. This explains how a singer can shatter a glass by hitting a certain note, which does not happen because the singer's voice has reached a particularly high pitch. Rather, it is a matter of attaining the natural frequency of the glass. As a result, all the energy in the sound of the singer's voice is transferred to the glass, and it shatters. The professional boxer, activist, and philanthropist nicknamed the Greatest, widely regarded as one of the most significant and celebrated sports figures of the 20th century, and as one of the greatest boxers of all time, used to not only match the frequencies of his opponent's training schedules, he used to do more frequently, so that when he stepped into the ring, he knew that they could never match his power, because his frequency was stronger. Everywhere in daily life, there are frequencies of sound and electromagnetic waves constantly changing and creating the features of the visible and audible world familiar to everyone. Some aspects of frequency.
Okay, I'm not gonna. You guys can take a look at the rest of it. I think that's pretty cool, though, huh? Wonderful. So those 2 links are for you guys all there. If you, I'm gonna have the high definition thing. You subscribe to my YouTube channel, and later on today, you'll be able to find the high definition version of that video right there. But okay, that's enough information today. I could go and talk all day long. I want to zip it. Anything else? Any other questions? Or are we G to G? Good to go. What do you think? Cool. All right. See ya. All right. All right. Well, you guys have all a blessed day. Okay today. All right. And just call me if I can help you out in any way. I got my kids today until tomorrow and stuff, but so tomorrow I'll be even more available. Okay. All righty.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Night,
Have a
Ian.
great day, everyone.
Take care.
You too.